People got like this real wrong idea of life. People really just live for the moment. Like, whatever moment they currently in, they just live for that moment. They don't think beyond that moment. They don't think beyond themselves sometimes. It's just all about them in that moment. A lot of people don't think about after they're gone. Like, they don't think about, I'm here now, but what about when I'm not here? Like, how's that going to go? And they should, because after you leave this planet, this earth, there's a whole nother generation that's going to grow and become adults. And I feel like that should be the most important thing that we think about, is the next generation. Everything I do with the thought of how can I better myself now, but also my kids and their kids and their kids, because I won't be here forever. I won't be here to carry my kids and protect them all the time and give them what they need. So I need to make sure that I'm thinking about what they will do when I'm not here, because I could leave any minute. So every move I make is surrounded around the idea of how can I make sure my kids is straight, period. I just feel like that should be the most important thing that I think about. I mean, shit, I think about myself too, but my kids can't defend themselves, and my kids didn't ask to be here. So I feel like it's my job to make sure that I put some type of plan in place to make sure they good. Growing up, I come from a family where it's every man for themselves. I be seeing a lot of people in their family, man, and it's beautiful because a lot of people's family really ride. Like, people really got family that ride for them. Like, you down, they got your back. You sad, they coming to help you, make you feel better and shit. Like, people really come from like a really good little environment or whatever, but I don't come from that. I come from every man for themselves. And because I know that it's every man for themselves in my situation, I gotta make sure that I'm breaking that. I'm not gonna do that to my kids. I don't want my kids to have to figure nothing out. I don't want them to have to just be out here at 18, trying to live on their own, don't know what to do, don't know what's going on. Like, I don't want that for my kids. So everything I do, I surround it around the idea of what can I do now so that my kids and their kids and their kids are cool. And I'm not saying it like I'm going to just give them everything. Like, I'm going to just bust my butt and hand them stuff. Like, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, as a parent, I know I have a lot of flaws. Like, I got a lot of flaws. It's a lot of things about me that's not solid yet. It's a lot of work that I got to do on myself to make sure I'm good and I get where I need to be mentally. But I know, as well as an adult and as a parent, what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do. And I know how I'm supposed to carry it and how I'm not supposed to carry it. And one of the ways that I'm supposed to carry it is by protecting my children any way I can. And one of the most important ways to me is financially and emotionally. I'm trying to teach them things that wasn't taught to me. I'm trying to get them knowledge that wasn't given to me. I'm trying to show them how to carry themselves because nobody never showed me how to carry mine at all. In life, when you get older, you realize that life is like a big-ass game, like a big-ass video game and shit. And the only goal is to survive. The last man standing is the winner and shit. Like, if you can figure out how to survive and outwork everybody else around you, you win, basically. A lot of people overcomplicate it. They overthink it. They and I'm one of them people, because I literally will overcomplicate and overthink everything. But it's very simple. Life is very simple. Winning the game of life is very simple. All you have to do is find your passion, take your time, and dedicate yourself to that passion or whatever that is. Find your purpose, find your life mission. And you find your life mission by figuring out what you enjoy. If you do something and you find yourself so happy and comfortable with doing whatever that is, you're not stressed out. It's just like naturally like your thing. Like, you could just do it with your eyes closed. That's how you know that's your passion. And once you find your passion and you choose to dedicate your all to that, like, I mean, this one thing you love so much, you know this one thing could be a game changer to people, and it can help people in whatever way, like, and you could give back some kind of way. Like, you just know that this is it. When you find that thing, you have to dedicate time and energy to educating yourself on whatever that thing is. A lot of people want instant money, instant gratification, instant everything. Everybody is rushing because everybody's trying to keep up with the next person. You see somebody on the internet, they got a damn Maserati and shit. But this is the same nigga that was in your hood. So you trying to figure out, like, what did he do to get this? Like, I have to do what he doing. Then he might tell you what he did. And just because it worked for him, don't mean it's going to work for you, because we all are on different paths. So you might get irritated because it ain't working. He told you it took him 5 months. Like, I went from $0 to $1 million in 5 months. Like, I did this and this. And then when you go to try it, you hate it. And now you give up. Then somebody else come along and be like, yo, I made $100,000 in a month. I made $100,000 in 2 weeks or some crazy shit. Then they telling you what they did. Then you trying that too, because you're so busy trying to chase money. Like, you want this instant. Like, you don't have time to be waiting because you need money bad. But what I learned for myself and what I'm sharing with you guys is, if you just take your time and focus on what you need to do for yourself, everything will work itself out. Because whether you get it now or a year from now, that year's still going to come. You rushing it, it's not going to speed up the process if it's not meant for you. What's meant for you is going to work for you. What's meant for somebody else is for them. So don't be looking at everybody else and what they got going on and you trying to keep up with them. Now, like, here's a good example. If I'm good at running, right? I'm a runner. If I'm good at running, somebody else see that I'm good at running, and their goal was to always be able to run. But they're not good at running. But I tell them, it took me 2 weeks to be able to build up my stamina to run. Build up my endurance. Now I'm giving that person all this hope, but they're not me. They're 100 pounds heavier than me. They might have some different medical conditions and stuff going on. I'm giving them all this hope for something that's not meant for them. Now they go to try it and do what I tell them that I did, and it don't work for them. Now they're discouraged because I told them that this is what it was for me, and you could do the same thing. Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same. So please, whatever y'all do, don't go to somebody's page. Don't go to somebody, period, that you know that might be doing something crazy. And don't go to nobody else comparing yourself to them. And just because they got something faster than you got, or they got something you want, don't mean that you're going to have the same results as them. Okay? Anything you choose to do, always go into it with the open mind that might not work the same for you. What they did might not work like that for you. That nigga climbed a mountain. You may not be able to climb that mountain as fast as him. It might take you a month. It took him a day. But understand that we all have our own missions, our own journeys, and we all move at our own pace. Don't let nobody make y'all feel like you got to move a certain pace or you got to keep up with them. And if you're not keeping up with them, then you ain't shit. A lot of times people fail because other people are making them feel small because they're not doing what they doing. Oh, you should have been rich by now. How you going to tell somebody that? Everybody move differently. How you going to look at somebody and tell that person that they are moving too slow? Nigga, you move too fast. I'm going to be the first one to tell y'all, it's okay to move slow. It's okay. It is, listen. It is okay to take your time. It is okay to not reach a goal fast. It's okay. We have to stop letting people make us feel like everything is a rush. Everything is a rush. Everything needs to happen. Everything, like, it's okay. Always remember, you have one life and you gotta live it for you. Nobody can live your life for you. And you can't live nobody else's life. So don't let anybody dictate your life, like, ever. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they are millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. I don't care who they are. Don't let nobody come in your life and try to dictate what you're doing. If you moving slower than them, let them go. Let them speed up and you'll see them at the top. You'll see them at the top. But you take your time.